Okay, 1.8. Coordinate plane. Coordinate plane. So the coordinate plane, you guys have learned this before. We're going to talk about the coordinate plane. So the coordinate plane, we have the two axes. We have the x-axis. We have the y-axis, correct? Okay, and then because of these, well, obviously we have the point here. What is this point called? Anybody? Anybody know what this point is called?
The origin.
The origin. This is the origin. Okay, so this is the origin. Okay, and then we have 4 different quadrants here, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 quadrants, right? Anybody tell me which quadrant I am pointing to right now?
X.
Logan, what quadrant am I pointing to? Logan alive? Hello? Logan? Is Logan not here? Josh, what quadrant am I pointing to?
The X?
What?
Or what do you mean? Which?
Which
Wait, I'm
quadrant am I
confused.
talking? Which quadrant is this one right here that I'm pointing at?
Z.
Nope. So we have 4 quadrants, right? This is quadrant number 1, quadrant number 2, number 3, and number 4. Okay, so we start from this place, this quadrant right here. This is quadrant number 1, and we go counterclockwise. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so the quadrant number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right? Didn't we learn this in mid-high math too? No? Anybody?
I didn't learn it.
You didn't learn it? Okay.
Kind of.
Okay, so here we go then. I am
Kind of.
teaching you now quadrant number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? All right. So that's that. So in the coordinate plane, we have ordered pairs. Now to describe a point in the coordinate plane, if I have a point right here, I describe this as, this would be 3 and 2. And if the 3 is the x coordinate, so this would be the x coordinate. This guy here would be the y coordinate. Okay, so I go 1, 2, 3 over here. Because 3 is positive, I go to the right. And when it's positive on the y direction, I go up. So I go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So this ordered pair here for this point A would be 3 and 2. Okay. So if I had, I don't know, let's say if I had 4 and 4. So let's do 4 and 4. If I had 4 and 4, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. So this B point would be 4 and 4. Okay, and this is how you set the points. So if I had -3 and -2, I would go this way, right? I would go to the left, so I'm going negative now, -3, 1, 2, 3, and -2, I'm going down to, so this would be -3 and -2. Okay, always the first number is your x coordinate, the second one is your y coordinate. Okay? All right. So that's how that works. So let's go and see if we can do this. Let's go work number 1, example number 1. Give the coordinates of the point A. So let's look at your book. In your book, page 47, A is what? I go 2 to the right and 4 down. So it'll be 2 and -4, right? B, on the other hand, is -3. I'm going to the left, starting from the origin. I'm going to the left, 1, 2, 3, and I go up 2. So it's going to be up here, and it's -3 plus 2. Okay? So what it looks like. Example number 2, plot the point in a coordinate plane. Describe the location of the point. So A, 4 and 1. So let's see if we can do this. So example number 2. So we're on example number 2. We have 4 and 1. A is 4 and 1. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, up 1. A is 4 and 1. Okay, and then I have B, which is 0 and -3. So I 0, I'm not going anywhere, 0. In the X direction, it's 0, and then it's 3 in the Y direction, 1, 2, 3. So this would be 0, 3, and that would be B. Oops, never mind, it's 0 and -3, 0 and -3. So I go 0, I go down 3, 1, 2, 3, 0 and -3, and this is B. Then I have C, which is -2 and -5. So -2, I'm going to go this way, 2. I'm going to go 5 down. This is -2, -5, and the point is C. Okay, that's pretty easy, really. So the one thing that's going to kind of throw you off here is the scatter plot. Making a scatter plot. So in example number 3, it shows you how to make a scatter plot. A scatter plot is where you are given the data and you need to now plot it on the coordinate plane. Okay. So example number 3, I have making a scatter plot. A fish biologist measured the lengths and masses of 8 rainbow trout. Make a scatter plot of the data shown in the table and describe any relationship you see. Okay, so I have length and mass. So length is in millimeters. The mass is in grams. Okay, so it looks, if you look at the solution, the way it's been plotted, looks like the length is your x coordinate. Okay, so the length in millimeters is your x coordinate. And then you have mass is in grams is your y coordinate. Okay, so how did they do this? If you look at this, what we have over here is in the x direction, I have the length. If you look at the range of the lengths, what am I running for? What's my smallest length there? Can anyone tell me what my smallest length is in that scatter plot or the plot that we're going to make there? AJ, what is the smallest length or the shortest length, I guess? AJ, are you there? Where is everybody today? AJ, are you there?
Page are we on?
We are on page 48.
Okay, thank you.
Hello? Are we good? All right, Elijah, tell me what the shortest length is.
I do not know.
What are the lengths that we have there in the data?
What page are we on here? I didn't hear when
Page 48.
you were told. Okay.
So if you read the length, I have what? 405, 360, 413, 395, 247, and so on and so forth. Which is the shortest length?
265 or yeah. or no, 247.
247, right? So 247 is the shortest length. Which is the longest length?
413.
413, right? So I have to display on the X between 247 and 405, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of like go like this, and I figure, well, this is 100, 200, 300, and 400. I should be able to display the entire range, right? Okay. And on the mass, what do I have? What is the shortest, or the, not the shortest, but this lightest, I guess. What is the smallest mass? Lissandro, what is the smallest mass there?
184.
184, correct. What is the largest one?
754.
754, that's correct. So in order to be able to put everything on the y-axis, I'm going to go with 800 here, cut that in half, that's 400, 200, 600. So you see how I put my graph grids here so that I can now display all of my stuff, right? But now here's the difference. So you can see that this guy here is 100, where this guy here is 200. This guy here is 200. This guy here is 400, okay? So you have to pay close attention to what units and what each tick is for each axis, whether it's the x-axis or the y-axis, okay? So let's plot the first point. The first point is 405 in length, 715. So 405, somewhere around here, and 715. I'm gonna guess it's somewhere around here. So that's my first point. Second point is 557, 360. No, I'm sorry, 360 and 557. So 360 in between here and 557 is almost 600. So somewhere around here. We're going to be 413 and 754. 413 and 754. I'm going to be around here. And we have 395, 395, which is almost 400. And 584, somewhere around there. And then I have what? 247, 184, 247, 184. And then I have 280, 248, 280, 248. I'm going to get somewhere around there. Then I have 265, 223, 265, 223. I have 351, 351, 506, 506, somewhere around there. Okay, so you see how I graphed all those points? So this is how a scatter plot works. Okay, so what can we say about the scatter plot? Can anybody tell me anything about the scatter plot? What can I say?
There's a lot of high numbers.
Huh?
There's a lot of high numbers.
High numbers on this side. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. All right, that's good. What else? Can I generally say that as the length gets longer, the weight goes up? In other words, a larger fish or a longer fish is going to weigh more. Can I say that? It's like this, right? So the more I go this side, the higher it goes up, which makes sense, right? So I can say in general, as the fish gets longer, it weighs more. correct? This is kind of the stuff that you actually do a scatter plot for, to find out what the relationship between these two things are, right? Because on this side, you have the length, where up here you have the mass. So in other words, the longer it is, the more it weighs. Okay, are we good? Any questions? Okay, before we complete the 1.8, I want to go back. And I want to go back and touch on something that we kind of skipped on page 39. So on page 39, it talks about mean, median, and mode. Okay, mean, median, and mode. Mean, median, and mode. Okay, so these are the three ways of describing the center of a data set. Okay, so if I had a data set that looked like that, how would I calculate the mean here? Can anybody tell me how to calculate the mean? How would I calculate the mean? Francesca.
I can't really see the numbers. It's kind of blurry.
No, yeah, but how would you do that? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers. How would I calculate the mean? The mean is the same as the average, correct?
You would add them all together and then divide them by how many numbers there is.
Correct. So the mean, you would go 1 plus 1 plus 2, 5, 8, 10, and 20, and divide them all by 7, since there are 7 numbers, right? So I get that, I get 9, 17, 27, 47. So I have 47 divided by 7, right? So this is going to be close to 7, I guess, right? 7 times 7 is 49, so we're pretty close to 7. So that would be the mean or the average. That's how you calculate the mean or the average, okay? How would I calculate the median? Does anybody know how to calculate the median? What is the median? Does anybody know what the median is? What is the median? Dino, do you know what the median is? I can't hear you, E.
Yeah, I have my mic muted, but yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so the median is the number that is in the middle. So if I set them up, if I stack them up from smallest to largest, the number in the middle is called the median. So I go from here, I would go inwards, inwards, and inwards. And so this guy here, 5, would be my median. Okay, so the median is the number that's in the middle. What if I had a number, another 1 here? Now what happens? Right, I could go from here, 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 and here. And I don't have a number that's in between, right? But I know it's going to be between 2 and 5. So it's going to be 2 plus 5 divided by 2. Okay, so it'll be 7 divided by 2, 3.5. So your median now would be 3.5. Okay, does that make sense? Anybody tell me what the mode is? Does anybody know what the mode is?
The number that repeats most often.
Yeah, they're right. It's a number or the data that comes up most often, right? So here it would definitely be 1 because I have 3 1s, a 2, 5, 8, 10, and 20, correct? So the mode would be 1. Okay. So 3 ways to describe a data set or the center of a data set are mean, median mode. So the mean is basically your average. You add them up and then divide by number of points. Median is the data in the middle. Mode is the data that shows up most often. Okay? Any questions there? Okay, if there aren't any questions, let's go ahead and get started on homework for